Everyone wants to become a YouTuber. You hit record, play a game, say something funny, upload it, and boom, 800,000 views, 10,000 subscribers, companies throwing money at you. You quit your job, buy a Lamborghini, and begin every video by shouting, "What's up, guys?" At least that's what YouTube looks like from the outside. But the reality? Nope. Making a living on YouTube takes hard work, commitment, and a truly unreasonable amount of time. And yes, maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe you'll upload one random video at 2 in the morning, go to sleep, and wake up to 1 million views. Congratulations. After YouTube takes its share, and depending on your topic, audience, and whether the video can be even monetized, you might make enough money to take yourself out for dinner. Maybe even get dessert. But here's the strange part. Going viral might actually be the worst thing that can happen to you. I know that sounds ridiculous. Everyone wants a viral video. But imagine that your first serious video gets 3 million views. Now what? You have thousands of new subscribers staring at you and waiting for the next one. So you start making another video. But suddenly, it isn't just another video. It has to be better. The title has to be better. The thumbnail has to be better. The first 5 seconds have to be better. Every joke has to be funnier. Your first video was made with nothing to lose. Your second video is made with 3 million people looking over your shoulder. And when you finally move your mouse towards the upload button, a voice appears in your head. What if nobody watches this one? You upload it. Your first video got 3 million views. The new one gets 847. And at least 12 of those were you refreshing the page. That's when you begin questioning everything. Was the first video actually good? Did people subscribe with me or because of one specific topic? Can I do it again? Am I already irrelevant? And this is the trap. A viral video can give you the results of an experienced creator before you have the experience of an experienced creator. It's like not knowing how to swim and being thrown directly into a tsunami. Sure, the wave might carry you somewhere, but you're not controlling it. You're just trying to keep your head above water while the internet screams, "Make another one." If you had learned how to swim first, things would be different. If you had made 20 videos that nobody watched, you would understand what makes people click. If you made 50 videos, you might know how to keep them watching. If you had made 100 videos, you might finally know what kind of creator you actually want to be. You would have your little Titanic plank. And yes, technically there was room for 2 people on it, but that's a different video. The point is that failure gives you something virality cannot give you. Practice without pressure. When nobody is watching, you're free to be terrible. And being terrible is one of the most important stages of becoming good. Your first video will probably be awkward. Your first video will sound strange. You'll spend 5 hours editing an effect that absolutely nobody notices. You'll publish the video and watch the view counter climb from 0 to 1 and then realize that 1 view was you. It means you made video number 1. The problem is that most people compare their first video to someone else's thousandth video. They look at a creator with 10 million subscribers and think they're so natural on camera. Of course they are. They have spoken to a camera more times than most people have spoken to their relatives. You don't see the years before the success. You don't see the abandoned channels, the embarrassing old videos, the thumbnails that look like they were designed during a power cut, or the uploads that took a week to make and received maybe 36 views. You only see the polished result. And because YouTube shows us winners, it creates the illusion that winning is normal. It isn't. For every creator who earns a living from YouTube, there are thousands uploading video between shifts at work, during lunch breaks, or at 2 in the morning because that's the only free time they have. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try. It means you need to understand what you are signing up for. Because making videos is only one part of being a YouTuber. You also need to come up with ideas, and not just ideas that you enjoy, ideas that strangers might click on. You need to write, record, edit, design thumbnails, study analytics, answer comments, negotiate with sponsors, and somehow remain mentally stable while a graph tells you that viewers became bored exactly when you started explaining that part you found most interesting. YouTube can turn creativity into mathematics. You begin with, "I want to make something cool," and then 6 months later, you're sitting in the dark studying a retention graph and whispering, "Why did 40% of them live at 2 minutes and 37 seconds? Then there is consistency. Everyone tells you to upload consistently, but consistently making something good is incredibly difficult. You might spend an entire week making a video, upload it, and nothing happens. So you make another one, nothing. Another one, still nothing. This is the moment that separates people who like the idea of being a YouTuber from people who actually like making videos. Because if your only motivation is money, views, popularity, YouTube becomes miserable very quickly. The rewards are delayed, unpredictable, and completely out of your control. You can control how much effort effort you put into a video. You cannot control whether the algorithm decides to introduce it to the world or bury it in a digital basement. And even if you finally start earning money, it may not be stable. 1 month might be amazing. The next month, your views fall, advertising rates change, a sponsor disappears, or the algorithm wakes up and chooses violence. That makes earning money from YouTube very different from making a living from YouTube. Making money once is possible. Building a reliable income that pays your rent every month is a completely different challenge. But here's the good news. You don't need to become famous to win. You don't need 10 million subscribers. You don't need every video to go viral. A smaller audience that actually trusts you can be far more valuable than millions of people who watched one video and immediately forgot your name. The goal shouldn't be one gigantic wave. The goal should be learning how to create waves repeatedly. Make one video, learn one thing. Make the next video slightly better. Improve the audio, improve the opening, cut the boring sections. Make the thumbnail clearer. Tell a better story. Not everything at once. Just improve per video. If you do that 50 times, you'll be a completely different creator. Your videos might grow slowly. That's fine. It gives you time to experiment. So can you make it on YouTube and earn a living? Honestly, maybe. That answer isn't as exciting as follow these 3 steps and become rich, but it's the truth. You might work for years and still never turn it into a full-time creator. There are no guarantees, but your chances become much better when you stop chasing the fantasy of being discovered and start developing the skills required to be worth discovering. Don't make your first goal 1 million subscribers. Make your first goal 10 videos, then make 20. Make videos nobody watches. Make videos you'll be embarrassed by in 3 years. Learn why one worked and the other didn't. And if one of them suddenly goes viral, enjoy it. Celebrate. Take yourself out for dinner. Get dessert. But when the wave disappears, and eventually it will, you should already know how to swim. Because a viral video can make you popular for a week. Only experience can turn you into a YouTuber. And just so we are clear, I'm not saying any of this as someone who has already figured out YouTube. This is my channel and my YouTube journey. I'm learning how to make better videos, how to tell better stories, and how to keep going when nobody seems to be watching. Maybe this channel grows, maybe it doesn't. But I would rather try, make terrible videos, and improve than spend the next 5 years wondering what might have happened if I had started today. And maybe you've been thinking about starting too. If you have, stop waiting until you have the perfect camera, the perfect idea, or the confidence to speak naturally on screen. None of that arrives before you begin. It arrives because you begin. Make the first video. It probably won't go viral. And honestly, that might be exactly what you need. We can learn how to swim together.